I'm Couch Coop and we're at number 19 of the top couch co-op and split screen games on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. I have chosen Nex Machina because it's got a 5 boost. And of course it ran extremely well on base level systems, including the Pro. It had Pro enhancements, I remember. But we've got 60 frames per second and 4K apparently. This is all PlayStation 5 footage, but none of it captured at 4K. It uploaded at 1080. Could have been my fault. I'm not too sure what the exact specs are. I will stop moaning and start focusing on this gorgeous game. Didn't even notice there was a retro mode in the options that allows you to put it on a cool low-res TV, and you can go black and white like 7th Samurai style. I've also not downloaded my cloud save, so none of my PlayStation 4 progression is on my 5. It's deliberate. I want to go from the beginning, want to see what's changed, if that boost is really an eye-opener, and it kind of is. I mean, it was a smooth game anyway, but I want to point out that in the profile on options, which I didn't spot, it's got loads of unlockables on all of the cosmetics and even the bullet color. Didn't even see that first playthrough. This is easily one of the best arcade twin-stick local co-op games available on the systems, PlayStation 4 and 5. I've gone through a lot of deliberation over that, and it's been in a huge amount of lists and gone up against some of the biggest twin-stick shooters on the market. Over the last 6 years, the game has been scrutinised by me a great deal because it's from Housemarque. And you may have recognised some of the games in that intro. They have a very interesting history, and they came out with a game called Matterfall and put the announcement down that they were closing as an independent studio. Little did we know that Sony was going to scoop them up and they were going to roll out a huge AAA PlayStation 5 exclusive under the name of Returnal. And you can see bits of Returnal all over this game and a lot of Housemarque's previous titles. It's very interesting to see the roots of an incredible PlayStation 5 exclusive. Nex Machina loves its neons, it loves its action, and its cubist dissipation. I've coined that terminology. That's used in Resogun quite a lot, and you even see it in some of the dissipation mechanics on the furniture within Returnal. The game has a lot more structure than it makes out. It's got an actual campaign. Arcade mode has got placed bosses, the same levels, but these amazing secrets that are just everywhere. And of course it's got a random drop on your power-ups and perks. This changes a lot because you'll get something really good really early, or it will just make you wait for ages and you'll end up building something else up like your dash or your speed. There are so many power-ups, risk of rain level, but they're not documented. They're just scattered, meaning your playthroughs are very different every time. You'll always run into something that's going to mix it up and change a lot of the dynamics of what your character's capable of and what sort of support you can offer. The levels all pan out as to rescue the humans. If you played Resogun, you know the deal. You've got a timed situation where the enemies are going after these green dudes and you've just got to get to them before they do, or protect them. Sometimes there's so much going on that it all just ripples past in a matter of seconds. You may have destroyed a key group of enemies that are signified by this line sometimes that they will have a secret human in them. Very rarely can you 100% and get all of the secret humans. It's crazy good, and you're always looking and guessing to work out what you haven't shot at or moved over before. One massive boost on the 5 is the restart and reload times. They're almost instant. It's absolutely perfect, like Cuphead quick. You'll be straight back in, and that really takes the edge off doing a level for the 15th time. If those systems are sticky and annoying, you just can't be bothered. With this, it knows you got to get straight back in and start fighting those crazy ass bio-insectoid, robotic, awesome enemies.
Multiplier up.
You don't get to look at anything in detail when you're playing this game. You physically can't. You've got too much going on. On the replays, looking at the different hierarchies and shapes of all these cool little spider mini-boss enemies and the turrets, the way they transform or walk, it's top-notch stuff. It's one of the best looking indie games. And I'm saying that against Returnal, which is from them as well, and also has this absolutely stellar look and performance. What I also like about the co-op setup is that you share the lives, and if someone uses them all up and dies, the other person has to finish that level to bring them back in, and this creates an amazing bit of urgency. And of course you can keep going with one person doing a level whilst the other person watches, gets brought back in, and you switch around and manage to just claw your way through a load of difficult levels. Its boss fights are really also showstoppers. Huge arena based massive creatures and robots that you have to fight in a particular tiered system, and you'll see crazy stuff when you get to the end of something that you thought had transformed into its final form. It doesn't let up with impressing you, and it's got a level choice system, so if you're not too into these rock hard twin sticks, you can still have a look around this game. And I'm actually trying to think back to whether the PlayStation Network offered it for free. I'm pretty sure they would have done.
Secret human saved.
It's also got a very workable online system, and as a single player game, I totally love it. It's one of Housemarque's greats. You've got Matterfall, you've got Detonation, obviously you've got Resogun, and of course even Stardust and the older games. This one is sitting proudly in the top echelons of all of that. It even goes hell for leather against Returnal as far as I'm concerned, because we still have excellent visuals and we've got that couch co-op.
Multiplier up. Shield. Laser.
There is one other Housemarque back catalogue indie game that is yet to come up on this list, and you probably all know what it is, and I'm going to deliberate exactly how far to the front I put that game. If you've never laid eyes on this game before, my advice is to just go and grab it. Not available physical to my knowledge, only exclusive to the Hill and only 2-player local co-op, but all of that is worth it. It's a stellar piece of indie gaming to be put on that system, and I'm just a little bit miffed that we won't see anything like this from Housemarque again, because they're now charging forward with bigger AAA titles. You never know, they might announce a AAA Alienation 2. Whoa! I've been Couch Coop, see you down there.